Fire Force Online, a Roblox game about the anime Fire Force where well, if that don't make you want to watch it, nigga, I don't know what will. But I'm talking about the ghetto block game version. Recently, I was accepted into the game and I wanted to play it to a substantial amount where I could give a fair and reasonable opinion about the game. The game's currently very early in progression, said by Thomas himself, so do with that information what you will. But the first question, is the game good? Now that's not to say the game is bad, but I believe in its current stage it lacks a lot of gameplay. The main gameplay is literally walking around the city and waiting for an old man to spawn. You either save that nigga from a heart attack or let the nigga die and take his money. Or a hoe that got her purse snatched and a grandma that needs help crossing the road. You spend your time doing these 3 quests over and over in a cycle until you make enough money to train, and then you go back to robbing old people. Which I mean, f old people. But it gets so repetitive and boring. Now, this isn't the entire gameplay. There are obviously Infernals, 3 different types, Mentally Abused, Grim Reaper, and Shaquille O'Neal, which you'd think Shaq would be hard to beat, but you just hold block and dash back and you win. The Mentally Abused nigga has that grip on him, but he's still pretty easy, and the Reaper nigga is pretty challenging, but fighting these got pretty boring pretty quick too, and they don't give you anything besides combat XP to level up. Overall, that's just about all there is to do, and after the second day I got on, I found myself less excited to play and more just grinding so I could boom niggas. Combat and abilities. Personally, I do not like the combat so much. If I were to describe it in a sentence, it would be fighting with 3-ton weights on your legs with the feeling of unnecessary inline. It doesn't feel as fluent as I would like it to. I feel very stop motion, and I'd rather feel like I have high octane movements, dashing around to get in close and then being able to recover myself swiftly. Nigga, I have jumped niggas in a group of 4 and we took turns beating that nigga's cheeks like a Pokemon battle, or a white girl at a frat party, or me and my family reunion. And one other aspect I think is odd is the counter system. By holding block and clicking, you allow yourself to perform a counter, which will give you a free hit on the person attacking that they can also block, but the person who used the counter is given priority. My question is, what's the point of the counter if you can block it? And why give the person priority if the opposing nigga blocked the attack? It's just a confusing purpose of a mechanic to me. But the abilities are a lot more cool. Like in the anime, golly. My bad. They have abilities varying from the basic 2nd and 3rd generations. People who can manipulate fire from a source and people who can create and manipulate fire. I think the game from its current standpoint has a good amount of abilities, and they're all pretty good besides Sickle. I don't know who the is winning with that. And a Liberation Fist is a lot better than Sickle, but still very disappointing compared to things like Lightning, Grand Hands, or Explosion. But so far, I think the path the abilities are on is pretty good, ignoring the minor problems with some. I'm going to conclude this video talking about the progression in the game and what I would like to see. I don't like the progression, not so much that it's poorly implemented, but that I don't think it fits and it gets boring. Getting your bands up and hitting deadlifts over and over just seems like a lazy system. There's nothing fun about the journey to your end goal with this method. And sure, it gives you the ability to level up, but the skill tree kinda sucks. Mainly the strength abilities. It feels like they're so minuscule and almost provide nothing to your character just reading the description. And it doesn't sound fun. I feel like there should be more interactive skills that can really impact your gameplay. So, what would I do to fix the problems that I see with the game? First thing, more interactive missions. Example being, a guy says he got beat up by some thugs and asks if you could go knock those niggas out. So now your choice is to either attack him or attack the thugs. Killing the thugs gives you good rep, and if you attack them, police or something come after you, and defeating them will give you bad rep and also a good amount of money. And training should also implement your generational ability. You should have to use your ability, fight against people or infernals to make it stronger, increasing your amount of abilities you can use before you overheat, making them stronger, whether it be faster flight or a longer stun from electricity, because although in Fire Force people are lifting to keep their body ready for the job, you don't move light speed because you can do a 350 deadlift. One thing that I automatically recognized and loved off the bat was the 2 groups, White Clad and Fire Force. I had bad rep and got teleported out of nowhere to give a kid a bug and kill him once he turned into an infernal, and I could join the White Clad. And I think these types of things were what was keeping me to play the game. I was so infatuated with the gimmicks and concepts that my mind wanted to see what else I could do, but I grew bored farming for money and not really feeling the gameplay. fire rescue missions for the Fire Force, turning a person into an Infernal randomly on the street for the White Clad, different types of Infernals including highly intelligent ones like Ogun Fought that could serve as event type NPCs, more clothing, face designs. I feel like there's so much to add in between just getting strong and fighting people that can highlight the game well. Sure, the main goal is to become strong, but it's about the little things throughout the journey that got you there in the first place. That sounded corny. I hope I was able to convey my thoughts clearly enough, and I hope you enjoyed. Stay blessed.